book is called The Heart and the Fist, The Education of Humanitarian and the Making of a Navy SEAL.
I'm Eric Greitens, Navy SEAL.
The SEAL team.
No, I'm a Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL. I am a Navy SEAL.
I'm a Navy SEAL team.
Navy
I was
SEAL.
in the Navy SEAL. Navy SEAL. After the Navy SEAL operation against Osama bin Laden, and then the recent hostage rescue of Jessica Buchanan in Somalia, and a couple of other recent high-profile operations, one of the things that's happened is that Navy SEALs have become really popular.
It's so good. Hard Won Wisdom for Living Better Life, Resilience.
You know, we don't, under the rules, we don't sell books at Harvard, but we can urge you to go and get this book. But his book called The Heart and the Fist.
This is a book about service on the front lines. I've been blessed to work with volunteers who work with street children in Bolivia and Navy SEAls who fought in Afghanistan.
There's one thing that I learned in 4 tours of duty. It's 4 deployments overseas in the global war on terrorism.
4 tours overseas in the global war on terrorism, in Iraq, in Afghanistan.
I was in Afghanistan, in Southeast Asia, in the Horn of Africa, and in Iraq.
4 deployments in the global war on terrorism. I went to Afghanistan, to Southeast Asia, to the Horn of Africa, and then also to Iraq.
We're going to begin with Iraq this evening. 4 American civilians were killed there today. They were attacked and killed in the city of Fallujah. And there is no other city in Iraq where Americans are quite so unpopular. Let us tell you in advance, some of these pictures are pretty repugnant, but they are the reality of war.
As a commander of an Al-Qaeda targeting cell, my unit's mission was to capture mid to senior level Al-Qaeda leaders in and around the city of Fallujah, Iraq. On March 28, 2007, I was serving in Iraq as a commander of an Al-Qaeda targeting cell.
Working in a very violent, difficult, terrible situation in Fallujah. Every time we left the compound, we'd get RPGs shot at us, snipers would shoot at us.
In Fallujah, for every patrol, I'd take off my body armor, sit down with the team, and listen. What did they see? What did they hear? What can we do better? My unit was hit by a suicide truck bomb, and I was okay. I was taken to the hospital. I was able to return to duty, but a lot of my friends were hurt worse than I was. As soon as we got out the eastern side of the barracks, I fell down to my hands and knees. On our way outside, I fell down to my hands and knees. And because of the chlorine, my eyes were burning, my nose was burning, my throat was burning. My eyes were burning, and my nose was burning, and my throat was burning. I was just kind of coughing, choking. I was just kind of coughing and choking.
And I looked down then, and I saw that I had blood all over my uniform. And then finally, I pulled my hands away, and I realized it's not my blood. Some people deal with hardship and become heroic. And one of the things that I've tried to do in these letters to my friend is actually show him what you have to do in a really practical way to actually build resilience and be heroic.
Tonight, he is a former Navy SEAL. He is the founder of The Mission Continues, also a best-selling author whose new book is called Resilience, Hard-Won Wisdom for Living a Better Life. Please welcome back to the program, Eric Greitens. Sir! These are letters that correspondence that you wrote with a fellow SEAL.
Yes. He drove his truck into his driveway. He got out, dropped to the ground because he thought there was a sniper watching. He got up and he ran into his house and he realized he had post-traumatic stress disorder. And then he started drinking. And on the weekend, it was not a six-pack, but a cooler full of beer. Then he called me after he'd been arrested. So this was a guy, Navy SEAL war hero, who's come home and now unemployed alcoholic on disability who's looking at having his kids come to visit him in jail. I wrote him a letter about how you build resilience in your life. The book now is a series of edited letters to my friend, Zach Walker. And that's why I'm here today to tell you that I'm running for governor of Missouri. I was a Navy SEAL, and we used to have guys who'd come into a Navy SEAL bar, and they'd be wearing the Navy SEAL T-shirt and the Navy SEAL hat. They'd read a couple of Navy SEAL books. They'd want to tell you all what it was like to really be a Navy SEAL. You can imagine how that went over.